Good morning, my dear students. Today, I am going to discuss the next unit, electrochemistry, 16th unit. Under the electrochemistry, today I am going to discuss types of conductors and types of conductance. I am going to discuss. I am Dr. R. Gunasekharan, Professor of Chemistry, who is taking class for you. So, before entering into the types of conductors and conductance, let me introduce what is electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is a branch of physical chemistry which deals with the relationship between chemical energy and electrical energy and its practical applications. It deals with a relation between chemical energy and electrical energy and its practical applications. Now, so under this, the entire electrochemistry, what are the subtitles we are going to cover? One is conductors and insulators. Under the conductors, different types of conductors. Number two, Ohm's law, and under the Ohm's law, different types of conductance. Then Kohlrausch law and its applications. Faraday's electrolysis, first law and second law and its applications. Then, under this, we are now deriving the Nernst equation for the single electrode potential and cell. And cell and types of cell and battery, also we are going to discuss the entire electrochemistry. So, but now, at the first chapter, I am taking only types of conductors and conductance, kind of follow. So, first let me take now conductors and insulators. What is conductors? What is insulator? What are conductors? What are insulators? Conductors, any substance which allows electric current to flow through it, to pass through it, is called conductor. Example, all metals such as copper, silver, zinc, etc. and the solution of electrolytes, specifically strong electrolytes, automatically the conductivity takes place. Kindly follow. They are conductors. What is insulators? Kindly follow. Any substance which does not allow any electric current to flow through it is called insulator. Kindly follow. It is called insulator. Example like wax, mica, glass, ebonite are the examples of insulators. Now let me come for the types of conductors. Actually, there are 4 types of conductors. Kindly follow. Number 1, electronic conductors or metallic conductors. All metals, we are calling it as metallic conductors. And the valence electron is present in the metal will be acting as a conductivity. So they are called as electronic conductors. Other name. Number 2, electrolytic conductors or ionic conductors. That is, ionic conductors or electrolytic conductors. Number 3, mixed conductors. Mixed conductor means behaving both electrolytic and metallic. Mixed conductor. And finally, semiconductors. Due to impurity or due to the temperature, it will behave different way. Semiconductors. Okay, let me go one by one. First, let me take now metallic or electronic conductors. Metallic or electronic conductors I will discuss. Metallic or electronic conductors are those where electricity is carried by the transport of valency electrons. Example, all metals are example. Specifically copper, silver we are using, aluminum we are using. What are the characteristics of metallic conductor? This is the most important. Kindly follow, question can be asked. One among the following is a characteristic of metallic conductor. One among the following is a characteristic of the electrolytic conductor. They can ask. So under the metallic conductor, so by the conductivity is due to by transport of electrons. So conductivity arises by transport of electron. Due to movement of electron, conductivity arises. Number 2. The conductivity flow from higher potential to lower one. Higher potential to lower one. There is no transport of matter takes place. No transport of matter takes place in metallic conductor. Say for example, you take a metal and put an electric wire in the board and allow a current to pass through a metal. So there you can get a shock. That means something is going on. After removing that, it will regain again. That means matter is not at all moving. No transport of matter takes place in the metallic conductor. And no chemical change takes place. In the metallic conductor, there is no chemical change takes place. And the most important among them all, conductivity decreases with the increase in temperature. Conductivity decreases with the increasing in temperature. This is the most important. So this you must understand. What way? Kindly follow. Suppose we are taking a piece of metal. Here we are having the atoms, arranged atoms. Kindly follow. In solid state we have already seen one-dimensional, two-dimensional, the AA pattern, AB pattern, like this we have seen already. Just recollect. So if it is like this, inside there is a metal piece. So outermost, depending on, suppose if it is alkali metal, 1 electron in the outermost, it is moving. Alkali metal, 2 electrons in the outermost, it will moving. So depending upon the nature of the metal, so electrons are moving toward the metal, so they will carry. So what we are saying now, conductivity decreases when increasing in temperature. What is happening? In all the cases, there is a nucleus at the center. Nucleus at the center. Electron is the outermost. Electron in the outermost. So what will happen? When you increase, that is, when you increase the temperature, what will happen now? By absorbing energy, the nucleus will vibrate from its original position. When it vibrates from its original position, it may cross the way of electronic flow. That means it will prevent the free flow of electron. It will prevent the free flow of electron. So conductivity decreases with the increase of temperature in the case of metallic conductor. Please follow this explanation, usually not given in the book. Kindly follow. Now let me come back. Electrolytic conductor, next one, second one, are those where electricity is carried by the movement of ion. Example, generally all electrolytes, sodium chloride, the form of sodium plus and Cl minus, potassium chloride in the form of potassium plus and Cl minus. So all electrolytes, so in the form of ion they will move. This is called the electrolytic conductors or ionic conductors. What are the characteristics of electrolytic conductors? So here conductivity is due to by migration of ion. There electron, here ion. Here transport of matter takes place. Ion moves to opposite electrode. Sodium plus moves to the negative electrode. Chloride minus moves towards the positive electrode. So matter is moving. Transport of matter takes place when you are passing electric current through the solution in a cell. I will come back. What is cell? So chemical change takes place. Chemical change takes place. That means in this case, decomposition of sodium chloride, hydrolysis of water, like this will carry. So chemical reaction takes place, change takes place in the electrolytic conductor. Now, conductivity increases with the increase of temperature. Kindly follow. Why it increases? whenever temperature increases, degree of dissociation increases. When degree of dissociation increases, number of ion increases. Number of ion increases, conductivity increases. Kindly follow. These are the characteristics. Now the third one, mixed conductor. Substances which conduct electric current partly electronically or metallic conductor, partially ionically or electrolytically are called mixed conductor. Please follow. Let me repeat again. Substances which conduct electric current partly electronically and partly ionically are called mixed conductors. A specific example, zinc oxide and cuprous oxide, and alkali and alkaline earth metals in liquor ammonia. So these examples will behave as both metallic conductor as well as electronic conductors, and that's why it is called mixed conductor. So specific example, let me take sodium in liquid ammonia. In ammonia, what will happen now? Sodium as such is a metal, so it will act as a metallic conductor. When it dissolves in ammonia, it forms sodium amide. So it will now form sodium plus and NH2 minus. Automatically, it also acts as ionic. Kindly follow. Kindly follow this when you use sodium in liquid ammonia, the solution becomes blue color. It is due to ammoniated electrons. It is due to the presence of ammoniated electrons. Kindly follow. Now, let me go for the fourth one, semiconductors. What is semiconductor? Definitely, semiconductors are covalent crystals. Covalent crystals which are poor conductor in pure state and at normal temperature. So poor conductor in pure state and normal temperature, but they become good conductors either in impure state or at high temperature. This is called semiconductors. Let me repeat again. Semiconductors are covalent crystals which are poor conductors in pure state and at normal temperature, but they become good conductors either in impure state or at high temperature. Specific example, germanium and silicon. Let me take the example and I will explain. So coming for types of semiconductors, I am going to classify into two types. Semiconductor I am going to classify into two types. One is intrinsic semiconductor, another is extrinsic semiconductor. What is intrinsic, what is extrinsic? I will explain. First, let me take intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductors are those where conductivity increases at high temperature. Kindly follow. Intrinsic are those where conductivity increases at a higher temperature. Kindly follow. Low temperature it is very low. Example, germanium and silicon. So this is intrinsic semiconductor. Coming for extrinsic semiconductor, this is due to impurity. Extrinsic semiconductors are those where conductivity increases due to impurities in the crystal lattice. Impurities in the crystal lattice. Again, example, covalent crystal, germanium and silicon. Let me take now silicon for example. Now, the extrinsic semiconductor, again we can classify it into two types. One is N-type extrinsic semiconductor, another is P-type extrinsic semiconductor. Kindly follow, my dear students. Now, because that means when we are taking a silicon as a crystal, it's a tetrahedron. When you crystallize, so any one of the impurity, it is going and entering. So that we'll call it as extrinsic semiconductor. Whenever impurity increases, extra electron will come there. So conductivity increases. So pure, 100% pure, poor conductor. Impure, higher impure, good conductor. So that I am classifying two types, N type and P type. So kindly follow me. What is N type semiconductor? N type extrinsic semiconductor. This is the pure form. It is going on three dimensionally, it is going on tetrahedral, pure form. But in the impure form, N type, kindly follow, I am introducing arsenic in one of the positions of silica. Arsenic, it is coming in the family, the nitrogen, sulfur, arsenic, that is nitrogen, sulfur, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. This is the family. So arsenic means 5 electron in the outermost. This is 2s to 2p3, 3s to 3p3, that is 4s to 4p3. So 5 electrons. So 4 electron already bonded to 4 silicon atom. Here again silicon, here again silicon, here again silicon. And 1 electron excess, it is present in arsenic. So this electron will be responsible to carry electricity. So whenever impurity of arsenic increases, now the conductivity increases. Kindly follow. So higher impurity, higher will be the conductivity. This is N type extrinsic semiconductor. Kindly follow. So remember N for arsenic. The same way, there is another type called P type. P-type extrinsic semiconductor. This is the pure form, again silicon tetrahedrally arranged. But in presence of boron, kindly follow. Boron, that is it is not the configuration 2s to 2p1. Only 3 electrons there. 3 electrons are already bonded, 3 silicon atom. So 4th electron, it is present here in the 4th electron is not there, only 3 there. Whereas the silicon, the 4th electron is not bonded to carbon, it is free here. It is the electron of silicon, it is there free. So what will happen now? Whenever one boron atom is introduced as an impurity, 1 electron is coming out. So more and more boron impurity increases, the electron will increases. Automatically conductivity increases. Kindly follow. So in order to remember N and P type the external semiconductor, my dear student, I will give one the idea you can remember. Boron, B, P, sound you can just imagine. P type, boron, PP. Boron. Automatically arsenic will be N type. You remember like this. It is easy. You will not forget. So that is regarding our different types of conductors. Now I will go for Ohm's law and types of conductors. What is Ohm's law? Let me define now the statement, definition. The strength of the electric current I flowing through a conductor, we have already discussed conductor, is directly proportional to potential difference voltage V applied across the conductor at a constant temperature. So I is proportional to V. I, electric current in ampere, is directly proportional to V, potential difference. So in order to equate, I am putting I equal to V by R, where 1 by R is the proportionality constant. 1 by R is the proportionality constant, where R is nothing but resistance offered by a conductor. Where R is the resistance offered by conductor. This is the Ohm's law. Kindly follow. Now with the help of this Ohm's law, now I will come for different types of conductance. What is conductance? The ease with which the current flows through a conductor is called conductance. The ease with which the current flows through a conductor is called conductance. Or another way, the reciprocal of resistance is called conductance. That is, conductance equal to 1 by R. Reciprocal of resistance is called conductance. Kindly follow. Or I can simply write now, that is, we know I equal to V by R, we know already. By substituting this, we can write also C equal to I by V. So one important information we are getting from here, resistance we are getting here. Kindly follow. Then C, conductance C, we are getting here. The potential difference V, we are getting here. Kindly follow. Now, let me go for now. The types of conductance. There are three types of conductance. One is specific conductance, two equivalent conductance, and three molar conductance. Let me explain one by one. Kindly listen me. What is specific conductance? Specific conductance, kindly follow me. In order to specify that, first let me define specific resistance. Ordinarily, we have given resistance corresponding 1 by R is the conductance. The same way, we will define specific resistance. What is specific resistance? The specific resistance is defined as the resistance of a conductor of uniform area of cross section of 1 meter. Uniform area of cross section of 1 meter square area and length 1 meter. And length 1 meter. Kindly follow. So that is given by this equation, specific resistance rho, that is equal to R into A by L. This is the equation we are interested. R resistance, A area of the cross section in meter square, length of the conductor. Again in meter, that one is meter square. R is the resistance. Rho is the specific resistance. Kindly follow. So, what I can do, how I can get this one? How I am getting this equation, I will show you. Resistance is directly proportional to the length, inversely proportional to area. Therefore, I can write R is directly proportional to L by A. I will simply put a constant, proportionally constant rho. So, R equal to rho into L by A. Or rho equal to R into A by L. So, this is the formula we are deriving there. We are getting there. Kindly follow. So, next. Let me come for specific conductance. This is called kappa. This is given as kappa. What is the statement? Reciprocal of specific resistance is called specific conductance. Kindly follow. What is specific resistance? So, specific conductance is the kappa, that is equal to 1 by rho. Reciprocal of specific resistance is called kappa. Reciprocal of specific resistance is called specific conductance. Kindly follow. So, in that case, what is rho? We know the value of rho. That is 1 by, that is, so substitute the value of rho from that equation, you will get this value. That is K equal to, kappa equal to, specific conductance equal to 1 by R into L by A. Please follow this, you have to memorize. This is for specific conductance. Kappa equal to 1 by R into L by A. L by A is nothing but cell constant. For a particular cell, this is constant. L by A is constant. What is K? Unit of K? Ohms per meter or Siemens per meter. Ohm per meter or Siemens per meter is the unit for specific conductance. Number 2, equivalent conductance. Equivalent conductance normally given by lambda. Equivalent conductance is defined as the conductance of a solution containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. Or I can give here, kindly follow. Equivalent conductance is also defined as product of specific conductance and volume of the solution containing 1 gram equivalent of the electrolyte. So this is the lambda C for a macro. So lambda C equal to kappa into V, where V is the volume of solution containing 1 gram equivalent of electrolyte. 1 gram equivalent means that is the weight by equivalent weight. Kindly follow. Or I can simply write in this form kappa into 10 to the power of minus 3 by C. Siemens meter squared per gram equivalent. Siemens meter squared per gram equivalent. This is the formula you have to memorize. Please follow. Lambda C equivalent conductor is equal to kappa into 10 to the power of minus 3 by C, where C is the equivalent mass. That is equivalent mass. Siemens meter squared per gram equivalent. The equivalent conductance depends on number of factors. 1. Types of electrolyte. 2. Concentration of solution. And 3. Temperature. So all these 3 factors equivalent conductance depends. Let me explain here. So when you plot now, this is from d by Hukul-Ansager equation. We are getting this. I will explain later. So when you plot lambda, okay, I will come there, then I will come here. For C here, for variation of equivalent conductance with concentration, for strong electrolytes, equivalent conductance decreases linearly with increase in square root of concentration. While for weak electrolytes, there is a non-linear curve where equivalent conductance decreases with degrees of square root of concentration first, and then decreases with increase of concentration of square root of concentration. Can you follow? Just see here, this is the diagram. So we are plotting lambda C versus root C. So this is for strong electrolyte, this is for weak electrolyte. Kindly see here. So this is the corresponding for strong d by Hukul and Ansager equation. Please follow. Lambda C equal to lambda 0 minus A plus B lambda 0 into root C. So here we are plotting lambda C versus square root of C. So in the plot lambda C versus square root of C, the intercept value equal to lambda 0, intercept value, which is obtained by extrapolating the line to y-axis, that is square root of C equal to 0, and the slope equal to A plus B lambda 0. So here A and B are d by constant. Also, we must know degree of dissociation here, alpha equal to lambda C by lambda 0. Lambda means equivalent conductance at a particular concentration, equivalent conductance at infinite concentration, infinite dilution. Kindly follow. The next, molar conductance, the third one. What is molar conductance? Usually by mu. By mu will give that. Molar conductance is defined as the conductance of a solution containing 1 mole of an electrolyte. 1 mole of an electrolyte. Or molar conductance is defined as the product of specific conductance and volume of solution containing 1 mole of electrolyte, as in the case of equivalent conductance. Here again. So here mu C is the molar conductance. Mu C. Lambda C is the equivalent conductance. Kappa C, it is the specific conductance. Kindly follow. So in this case, kappa into V, so I can now write, that is by substituting the value V, I am getting this equation, final equation, mu C equal to kappa into 10 to the power of minus 3 by M, where M is the nothing but the molarity. Kindly follow. Molarity. Siemens meter square per mole. Per mole. Kindly follow. Now, the most important information I want to give regarding these three conductivity. Variation of conductance with dilution. What will happen? Specific conductance decreases as dilution increases. Specific conductance decreases as dilution increases. Equivalent conductance increases as dilution increases. Molar conductance increases as dilution increases. Kindly follow. What is the reason? Normally question will be there. I can give you now. When you go for specific conductance, we know that is kappa, that is equal to, we have already given, just see the what is kappa. Kindly follow. This is the kappa. In the kappa, 1 by R into L by A. Kindly follow. Here, no volume is involved. No volume is involved. So now let me consider here, kindly follow. In this case, in these two cases, equivalent conductance and molar conductance, in the equation, the V is involved. Volume is involved. So what will happen now when you consider this? I can give answer now. So suppose you take 1 ml of a solution. Let us assume 1 ml containing 10 ions. 1 ml, 10 ions is present. So 1 ml you dilute to 100 ml. So what will happen now? When you dilute to 100 ml, automatically same 10 ion it will be present in 100 ml. So conductivity decreases on dilution. Decreases on dilution. Kindly follow. This is due to the conductivity of the ion. Equivalent conductance and molar conductance also same thing happening, but proportionately there is some the unit V. It is the magnitude of V is comparatively larger. This when you compare this, so in these two cases, it is always conductance increases. Equivalent conductance and molar conductance increases as on dilution. Please follow. So, my dear students, I hope I can come to the conclusion. Thank you very much for your cooperation given so far. If you are a new student for the YouTube, please click like and share with your friends. Press subscribe button for the first time and inform other students. So here we are having chapter from 8th standard to 12th standard, and also I am going to discuss each unit the previous year question papers of IIT, AIMS, AFMC, MSET Andhra and the NEET question paper. So 10 questions from each, almost all the only from these question papers question will be asked. So kindly inform. And students who are waiting for All India NEET entrance examination conducted by Government of India, that is studying plus 2 or plus 2 completed students, I want to give one information. Kindly view our Vetri.s, our site. We are having a coaching center, Vetri Coaching Center in Pondicherry for the last 21 years. And we have a lot of achievement for the last 20 years. So in the home page, enter in the home page and see all the evidences with the photograph, name, everything you can see. There you can observe. Every year we are getting first rank in Pandi. First student of Pondicherry is a first rank only from the Vetri Coaching Center. Number 2, the 10 to 15 students, so 10 to 20 students are going every year to medical colleges. That is JIPMER specifically, and other medical colleges 150 to 200 students are joining. And hundreds of students are going for other engineering colleges. A few students are joining IIT. This is our achievement. In 2003, one of our students, or Srinivasa Raghavan, came All India first rank in JIPMER. At the time, NEET was not there. This is our achievement. Now coming for about Vetty daughters, I want to give three information. One is we have 200 video lesson, 200 unit test. 200 video lesson means covering the botany, zoology, physics, chemistry. So any unit, if you want to listen, you just open the lesson, view. Professor having PhD degree and 20 to 30 years of experience in teaching, they will handle the classes. It will be very clear. You can easily answer. And the most important advantage, which is not available in other online coaching, you can, everything will be notes type. The notes will be there in the board. If you touch the video, you can note the definition, formula, everything you can note. You can write notes. Then you can again touch, it will move. So you can open any number of times, you can see, you can repeat the video. Coming for test, unit test. So in this case, electrochemistry. Under electrochemistry, we have two tests, test 1 and test 2. So 45 questions we will give, unit test. All the questions we have framed for this 90 questions taken from 20 years of question papers from IIT, from AIMS, AFMC, AIPMT, MSET Andhra, Delhi, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry. So what is the advantage of this? We have observed for the last 5-6 years, 75 to 80 questions asked in NEET is same, exactly same from our question bank. So our Vetty daughters is giving you 300 plus bonus to you, marks to you. And if you are a good student, more than average and hard working and sincere, you will get 300 plus. So definitely you will get 600 to 700 marks. You will get out of 720. You will become All India rank. You will go to any college, JIPMER or AIMS or Ellore, anywhere you go and join. You will become 100%. You will become a doctor. Even a dull student, they can get minimum 500 marks. So this is the guarantee Vetty daughters will give you. The next important thing is writing test. Here I told you 200 tests are there. There is a menu called attempt. If you entering into the test menu, the window open, the list will be there, names of the units. So say for example electrochemistry. You click electrochemistry unit, it will immediately, the window will open, first question will come there. It will ask you, this electrochemistry unit has 45 questions. Each question carries 4 marks. If you answer correctly, 4 marks awarded. If you answer wrongly, 1 mark subtracted. Are you ready? Then click OK. Immediately window will open. In the window, you can see now there is question 1. Option A, option B, option C, option D will be there. And below that, there are 3 menus. This is center is complete. Right side is next. Left side is reverse. And below here, kindly follow 1 to 45 question number in yellow color will be there. My dear students, suppose you want to attend the question in electrochemistry. Say for first question, A is the correct answer you are answering. So when you click A, immediately the question number 1 in 1 to 45 yellow color, the yellow color of 1 will change into green color. That indicates you have attended to the question number 1. The second question will be in blue and the other question will be yellow color. Then click next, going on. But take care, don't press complete unless you completed 45 questions. Please follow. Here, I want to give the most important information to students who are waiting for NEET entrance examination conducted by Government of India. Kindly follow. What way you have to follow? There are 3 steps you have to follow. What are the 3 steps? Step 1, that is normally botany, zoology, chemistry and physics. This is the order you have to go. Last year 1 to 200 questions asked. In previous year only 180 questions. So start the first step, you click only known question. Please follow. Click only known question. Suppose you know only the 120 question you know. So into 4, you will get now 480 marks you get. Then second step, you go again and think of botany, zoology, chemistry, physics, theoretically difficult question. Think twice, thrice, or until you come to the conclusion. If it is 80% worth, correct mean you put a tick mark. Otherwise, if it is below 40%, no, don't click. Over, you go up to 200 questions. Third step, come for the problems of physics and chemistry. Only physics and chemistry have problems. So utilize proper formula, utilize proper units, calculate, multiply, divide, everything, and get the answer. Compare with the option. If the answer you are getting it is there in the option, please put a tick mark. Otherwise, don't click. So when all this is over, then go for click complete. Click complete. It is not necessary you have to answer all the 200. Please have it in mind. Nobody asks you to write to answer 200 questions. Clear. So you write only known questions, 100% known, or 80%, or more than 70%. Only you answer. Okay. After pressing the complete, immediately in Vetidatas, kindly what will happen? I will explain now. In Vetidatas, a window will open. In the window, question 1 will open. A, B, C, D option. Then there is a correct answer here in yellow color, and a video solution will be there. Kindly follow. So since you have answered A question, A will be in blue color. A will be in blue color. Correct answer will be in yellow color. You can compare and you can identify whether your answer is correct or not. This facility is not available in other online coaching center. Kindly follow. And also, suppose if you do not know the answer, kindly go for video solution. Click the video. The professor taking the class will explain the question, option, definition, the explanation. If it is a problem, formula, and even he will work out everything. So he will take minimum 10 to 15 minutes to explain the question. That means a video solution will be there, which is unique of Vetidatas, which is not available in any online coaching. There, if you go any online leading coaching center, they are giving simply in the solution as one line or maximum 2 line typed matter. Typed matter, that's all. That will not be sufficient to understand the concept. Kindly follow. So ours is most important, so that even a dull student get easily 500 marks. Whereas a very good student, they will get more than 650 marks if you go through our Vetidatas. Okay, kindly. The another most important is ours is low cost. Low cost. What is the amount? Only 10,000 rupees per year. Only 10,000 rupees per year for all 4 subjects. Others are collecting in lakhs. So how to pay? You pay 10,000 rupees in the name of Santi, Director, Indian Bank, the Director Vetri Coaching Center, in the Indian Bank account number 7127194771, IFC code IDIB000P134, cell number 989417645. So after paying in the Indian Bank, you can send the proof this WhatsApp number. Immediately within 5 minutes, you will be connected by giving a secret code number. By using the secret code number, you will be registered and you can easily start the using Vetidatas. Start viewing the lesson, start attending the 200 tests. 200 tests means, kindly follow, it will take minimum 3 months, it will take. 3 months minimum it will take to see the right test and see the solution. Minimum 2 months it will take. Kindly follow. So thank you very much, my dear students. I will see you again in the next class. Bye.